Alright, well let me go ahead and exit out of the game, and we're gonna move into our Zath Chat portion of the stream. So I'm gonna pick some epic games that people have submitted. We'll start off with a Yukikaze, because why the heck not? Could run a race and then have the top 10 fight it out. Well, that's interesting, although I'd have to
Ooh,
keep
that's clever.
I'd have to keep an eye on who's coming in and make sure that only those top 10 play, but that's a good idea. Just defaulting the race making battles available for channel points. Oh, raining. I like
Oh,
this. I
oh,
like that idea.
that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
That's just, it is. That's why I'm saying it's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so this is SAT score in the Yukikaze. These are epic games that we are just watching for the lulz while we have our Zath Chat portion. I'm gonna ping SAT score to let him know we're covering his game. And here he is in ranked. So, I guess we could use this as a way to start talking about ranked battles. Maybe we start with ranked first, since this is a ranked battle, of course. So SAT, ironically enough, asked, why is it worth it to stay in bronze and silver ranked? By the way, for the Zath Chats, guys, if you've got any questions, anything you want me to comment on, just put something out there in the chat. And I'm very happy to, if we have time, answer those questions along with it. For right now, let's talk about ranked battles. The way that they have changed ranked battles is, personally, I don't like it. And what I don't like about it is that silver ranked now allows tier 9 and 10 ships. The last season of ranked, it was locked at tier 9 only, and then it became 9 or 10 when you moved on to promotions. So personally, I don't like silver anymore, and it's weird to say that. And I don't like silver because I can't grind a tier 9 ship anymore. Um, I mean, I could, but now I'm stuck facing against the tier 10 ship. So, like, pretty much any destroyer at tier 9 will fail to a small end in a 1v1. So, that's not fun. B Cup is right, you can play carriers, and you better believe I've been playing midway because I could, and it's a good opportunity to learn and practice, and it's not tier locked at 10, but, getting with the weird question. Um, Ranked battle skill players are still clubbing, i.e. playing lower league bronze rewards are essentially the same, and they can farm steel. So
Wait, my question was weird, Zath, and Puddin's up there wasn't. Thanks, love you too.
I didn't catch Puddin's question. Oh, why is she so toxic? Okay. You disagree with me, Edge? You did all of this sprint grinding 9. It's not so bad because you pull in a 9 on the other team and get fat XP bonus for damage to 10s. Well, I mean, sure. So, my personal experience on this, Edge, was I ground the Tashkent at the start of this season of Ranked. And I ground the Kitakaze. Kitakaze, come on, like, that's easy mode. It doesn't matter if you're locked in a tier 9 or 10. But I found that the Tashkent was really struggling in the tier 9 and 10 environment. So I think it's very dependent on the ship that you're trying to grind. You could probably get away with it in a battleship. I just don't know. I don't know if it's really that useful in a destroyer. Of course, depending. If you do a Z46 or a Jutland, you could probably get away with it. Well, sure. Mogador is Mogador. I mean, that's another one of those easy mode destroyers, quite frankly, right? So, well, Brindisi is a ship that you can probably get away with smoking yourself and all that kind of stuff. So, the Metal War, nice, you got yourself mission number 2. Awesome, and I saw someone got a container. Vornth got one earlier, too. So, yeah, I mean, again, there's certain ships that I could definitely see you grinding through in ranked. If I'm in a tier 9 Azuma, if I'm in a tier 9 St. Louis, I just, I don't think it's gonna work. So, I don't know. So to me, I just don't, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you can't do a bad tier 9. You know, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. So like you have to be really thinking about Stevie's back. You have to really be thinking about what ship you're going to go ahead and work on. Seattle was okay. All right, that wasn't caught spread SAT. Lol.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah. How's your experience been in ranked so far, SAT? You're in
Pretty casual.
you're in bronze right now,
Mm-hmm.
and you're choosing to
Yep.
stay in bronze.
Yep. I don't have to take anything serious in bronze.
And that's kind of the other part of it. So the one is, you know, you can't regrind your tier 8s and 9s that easily. I mean, you could do it, I suppose, in silver, but I would much rather just enjoy the game and not care so much. So that's where the bronze comes into play. Um, and then the other part is you can just be a little bit more casual and relaxing and just do what you want to do, like in this game. Now, you are giving up some steel rewards. You're also giving up the steel camouflage, so you're only getting that poop camo. Um, so, you know, for some people that might matter, others it might not. This is the first week or first 2 weeks now, where I personally haven't gotten done with my my ranked missions yet, and I don't know if I'm going to get them done. Maybe tomorrow I can play some, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. So, I kind of wish I'd stayed in bronze. It's interesting because the previous season, I was okay going to gold, but about halfway through I got tired of it and wished I had stayed in silver. And this time now, I got into silver, and I'm kind of wishing I stayed in bronze, so I wonder if the third season I will just wish I didn't play it.
It's a process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, walk along. Ranked is an endless grind, exactly. All the cool kids are bronze 10. Well, I mean, then you can play stupid tier 8 ships as well, like, you know, Enterprise, and I could play Graf Zeppelin, and I could put loot yens on it and just do silly things. The ranked camos are now Turd, Polished Turd, and Mark of Shame.
Oh,
Well then.
oh my.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Alright. Grinding feels easier on randoms. Well, see, the thing about ranked is that the battles are so much quicker that you can definitely grind up ships pretty quickly. You can get through your daily missions really quickly, all that kind of stuff. The only problem is that there's no way to stay once you rank out at bronze. There's no way to keep playing it if you want to stay bronze. I mean, technically you could play a few more games, but then stop when you're like 1 star away. But ranked is good to get through the first 3 damage tasks and dailies. That's true, Classic. But I find it really good to get through the winning parts of it too, for the most part. Simply because the games are that much quicker. You find yourself like getting through them a little bit quicker than normal. At least personally, that's what I found. I have had one day where that was not the case, and it took forever. Walk along, yes, the players in ranked are worse and more toxic because those players, they want to win, because that mode is only based off of wins. That's everything that matters. So you're going to have that kind of toxicity, unfortunately. And you're just going to have to, I guess, deal with it and move along. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, Deadliest, I agree. Skill-based matchmaking and randoms is, I don't know. SAT, did we talk about your topic enough?
I was asleep, so I was asleep until about 10 minutes ago, so I do not know.
All right, fair enough.
Short answer would be yes.
Oren says no rank for you. Then, I mean, honestly, you can play ranked on bronze. I would say play it on bronze and just don't worry about the results. Like when you go in and you hit the battle button, mentally prepare yourself to lose, and just tell yourself you're gonna have fun and you're gonna get the you're gonna get this game over with probably twice as quickly as you normally would.
It's randoms with potential for steal rewards. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. Slaughtered, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be nice to be able to lock your league in. Classic says he hasn't had a single game in silver that was toxic. Eh, you must be really lucky. I don't know.
Gold
I
is
haven't
supposed to
really
be the
had any
toxic
ranked
one.
battles that were toxic either, though, at all. So,
I perhaps had too many, which perhaps is the reason why I do not play it as much. Is purely for that reason. It's just toxicity that I've experienced.
It says silver has been nice. There were toxic players, but the rest of the room just stared at them like they were idiots and they stopped. Panic Fire says, I find my skill varies based on how mellow I am. Mellow equals higher skill, frustrated equals lower skill. Well, I mean, if you've ever played a game called golf, then you'll understand. That's pretty much the way it goes, right? Like, you can't get yourself angry. If you do, then you'll just get worse and worse and worse. Snowmonger says, getting steel requires winning. After a couple seasons trapped in bronze, I gave up. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you get steel in bronze, so you play your steel in bronze and then move on.
So the Pantas is probably one of the reasons I like playing in bronze.
Because you can just do YOLO stupid things?
Well, he's firing AP, and I'm not sure which is worse. The fact he's firing AP at my angled hull, or not hitting me with AP.
Well, you are doing things like turning.
I'm mostly going still. Like, okay, the first part of the engagement I just smoked up so he couldn't do anything, but this one I'm like, why am I still above half HP? So yeah, bronze is fun because of that.
Yep. Alright, well that's pretty much everything I have to say about ranked at this point. I don't know if there's anything else worth mentioning. And of course, everybody's got their own opinions and differences, and you know, I guess at the end of the day, try it if you haven't tried it yet. And if you have fun, keep doing it. If you don't, then stop. You know? That's it.
Pretty much.
So, you know, do what you want to do, and yeah.
Also, at the end of the day, how salty do you want to get for some steel?
That sounded interesting.
oh my!
Oh my!
How salty do you want to get for steel?
Raining says petition for a Platinum League. Oh my god, Platinum League. That would be. Ew. That would be interesting.
Add a tin league. That way I can sit at tin league and have even more fun.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Tin League would be hilarious. But yeah, the one thing I don't like about this season is that they made it so 8s and 9s play bronze, 9s and 10s play silver, and 10s only play gold. I really liked the old way of bronze was 8, and silver was 9, and 10 was gold. But
That made a lot more sense.
yeah, it did. It totally did. But that's okay. This is the system we're in right now, so I will gladly continue to practice playing tier 10 carriers with the possibility of tier 9 battleships and destroyers and cruisers that I can just, you know, play with. Oh, and Z52 is doing really well as well.
So, our Marco Polo was supposed to ram to John Bart. He missed.
Yep. Tier 4 Paper League. I would definitely play that. That would be a lot of fun classic. That would be good. Because we don't really play Tier 4 ships anymore. You know, Wargaming has incentivized playing Tier 5 and up, so you know, you only get like people that want to Steel Club and Tier 4 carriers, really.
It's a pretty big reason why you only see why you see a lot of bots implemented at Tier 4 and lower. Well, Tier 5 and lower.
All right. Let's move on then. Yeah, let's talk about Toxic's question. Then we'll come back to yours, SAT. Toxic says, how to continue finding enjoyment in a game you've been playing for 5+ years. In other words, how do you fight the burnout? Oh man. To me, you fight the burnout by doing things in the game that you wouldn't be doing otherwise. So that could be running captain builds that maybe are suboptimal, just because they're hilarious. Still, look, the cot spread. I love it. Ideas there. You can play with friends. You can, you know, have some aiming fluid, as Duckman says. Take a break is what Puckhead says. That's another way you can deal with it. Or you can maybe get yourself more involved in the game. So you can do things like volunteer for like the Super Test program or the Wiki editing program. Is something that you can pick up on. Oh crap! I didn't get the death pick in time.
And cot spread hits.
Yep, cot spread hits for the win. So I mean, to me, like that's something that you know, I would say kept me going, right? Was I was on all the time. I mean, Puddin and I, we would play almost every day about the same time. We'd log in with Sea Bear as well, and like the three of us would play the game for what, like 3-4 hours?
That's on the low end.
Yeah, and we just had fun, and that was, I think that was probably the as the German Navy would call it, the happy time. was back then just
What was a happy time?
just doing all the crazy stupid things, you know. As Duckman says, there's one more day left for wiki editor applications. Duckman, can you post the thread for applications in chat? And let's see, what do we have here? This is an epic game by Black Hall 4. Sounds almost like a song. Black Hole 4, won't you? No, anyway. So anyways, you know, getting yourself into other game modes like this mode is another thing that you can do because it's just fun and totally different. Another Vorth saying he's taking breaks. He's playing as in other games. Some of you guys have been following my PTO games on SNES. We were having a lot of fun with that. Kaduzinen, thank you very much. There you go. Last call for wiki editor apprentices. So if you're looking for something that you can do to help that's relatively low stress, oh, you've got the turnaround thingy. Neat. That's definitely something to look into. Exactly, Sharky. I was hoping somebody would get that reference. But yeah, so I mean, you know, take breaks, find things to do that are fun. Maybe put your time into learning a different class of ship if you haven't done that yet. My personal favorite, actually, reset a line and regrind it. Go back to tier 2 and play for a while and just enjoy the game in a totally different way than you've done before. Farm death picks and send them to me. There you go.
Now, for Wiki Editor Apprentice, so is that just for like the World of Warships wiki, correct?
Yes.
Or, oh, okay. Now, like, how is it rewarding? Because I saw in the comments that it's saying that it was very rewarding.
Well, the stuff that you're doing gets posted on the wiki and is there for like ever. I mean, I have
Oh, okay.
I have screenshots from like of like the Enterprise. That was my favorite page. Is the Enterprise. If you look on there, you'll see tons of screens that I took. You'll see just about any ship from a couple of years ago that was coming out and ship lines and stuff like that. That was really cool. If you want to see some fun Easter eggs, take a look at the British battleship the Lion. Sea Raptor tried something at one point to put us all in control of different pages, so I volunteered for the Tier 9 Lion, and I had a ton of fun writing that page and putting Game of Thrones references in and stuff like that. So, like, you can have the freedom to put together like a real kick-ass page, and that's rewarding, right there. And then you also get to interact with a lot of the wargaming employees, which is fun because you get to know them in a totally different light than what you might think than how will you know them. Let's just put it that way. So you learn like a lot of cool things. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Pigeon of War, for example, on the wiki.
Okay.
So yeah, consider checking it out if you're looking for something that's fun to do, that's different. It's a lot of what kept me playing this game. We're about to see a little bit of a ram here. Nope. Wow. Any other? Oh, one other thing. So this comes from first-person shooters, but the idea still works out here. Pick a ship and master it. And maybe it's a crappy ship. Maybe it's a ship that you have really horrible stats in or something like that. But use it as an opportunity to learn something that you haven't done before. We used to see that a lot with first-person shooters. You would try to, get good stats with certain guns or something like that. So
Sometimes some of the 07 members would try and leaderboard a few ships.
Mm-hmm. What that means, guys, is you play ships and specific ones, and the whole goal is to have really high damage, high experience games in those ships, so that you can end up on the leaderboard, the top 10 of whatever ship. You have to play, 50 battles for that to get on the leaderboard?
It depends on the tier. So
Okay.
at tier 10 you have to play 80 games, but if you're at tier 8 you only have to play 40. And then it drops down to 30 for tier 7. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean...
lower tiers you don't need as many games. So
Okay.
that's why I got on the leaderboards as Hosho with only 20 games.
Okay. So that's something else that you can try to do, is to work on your stats and stuff. I love the comment about the whiplash from the crew turning on a dime. Yeah. Axel says back in 2017 he went to Austin, met Pigeon of War, and because he drove 1,700 miles to get there, he gave you his last World of Warships hat. That's awesome. Clean desk is a sign of a sick mind. Well, okay, my desk isn't extremely clean, so that's good. Anything else about player burnout, stuff like that?
Many people also just play other games in the meantime.
Mhm.
It's something I do. It's like, okay, I've had too much clan battles, or World of Warships just not feeling it, so I just go play something else for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing for me. I go from playing World of Warships to playing Forza Horizon 4 sort of thing, like something that is nowhere related to warships or is like team-based strategy sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I do, or sometimes I do kind of like Zath, playing different games like Airport CEO and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, because of doing the recordings with PTO and stuff. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to keep doing
hilarious.
it. Yeah, stupid American government. Didn't want to support me in the war effort. Didn't want to give me the money necessary to tech up.
And then me just going this when we saw the Yamato. I'm not gonna spoil it, but all to say is that video really you should watch it.
Yeah.
Because we had some good laughs in that one. We had some good laughs.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who are wondering what we're talking about, I have a playlist. Let me see if I can get to it. I have a where is it? My channel. I have a playlist for the PTO 2 playthrough, and what was so fun about that was the fact that I was able to just kind of do a what if, right? What if things have been done differently in World War II, and that sort of thing. And it was just kind of fun to mess with it and to tell our own story. So that link is in chat there if you want to check it out. But it was a hell of a lot of fun. And we ended it by the proper method. We YOLO'd Tokyo. Literally, we called it Tokyo YOLO.
Mm-hmm.
And that was great.
Basically, what happens if the U.S. tries to speedrun World War II?
Yeah, I mean we won the war in April of '42, so
there you go. Yeah.
Didn't sink that many ships though, but that's okay because we had Tokyo.
Well, you shot down a lot of planes though.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's generally how you play video. I mean, that's how you play video games sometimes. In Hearts of Iron, you have people that playing as Germany just dropped like 24 parachute divisions into London in 1936.
Mm-hmm.
It's a valid strategy.
Always wondered how OP an allied World War II era U.S. and Japan would be. Yeah, so Sharky, what's interesting about that is the next sequel in the PTO series, PTO 4, because 3 was in Japan only. PTO 4 allows you to play What If to the max and switch the sides of the British, the Germans, the United States, and the Japanese. So if you wanted to make it the U.S. versus the world, you can do that. If you want to make it...
So it's like Hearts of Iron.
Oh, you can do that in Hearts of Iron?
Yeah, you could do that in Hearts of Iron. You could do like France versus all of Europe, or you can do like the U.S. versus the world, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but except it's not naval; it's like military, air force, and ships, and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Fair enough. Verth PTO 2, so PTO is a game that was released on the Super Nintendo in the early 1990s. And it's just fun because it allows you to do, basically redo World War II and stuff, so.
Think of it more of a strategic command kind of game. You're
Yeah,
not actually
basically.
fighting the battles yourself, but you're playing more like a admiral in charge of the theater, henceforth the name.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. Try other games. Do other things within the current game that you're doing. Just find ways to enjoy things. Not a bad battle there for Mr. What was it? Dark Hole 4 or something like that?
Black Hole 4?
Black Hole 4, yeah.
Black Hole 4.
Alright, so we'll move that one, and then I have another one, and we'll get into SAT's question now about potential for PvE content. Who plays only one game, says Mantra? Well, don't look at me. Bethesda titles, yeah.
Bethesda titles by definition are broken.
But that's why we love them,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
So SAT says he'd like us to talk about potential for new PvE content like operations. Big Hunt is sort of PvE, but you remember the Halloween PvE events to be very successful with very few complaints. You're talking about like the Sun Ray in the Darkness, or God, I can't
Yep,
remember
the
other one.
Saving Transylvania and
There you go.
Sunray Darkness.
What was it? The submarine event that they also had for the Halloween event. That was also pretty fun.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we've talked
Those
about
were exclusively PvE, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and we've talked about PvE events or just PvE mode in other Zath chats. We talked about that a little bit, so I don't want to talk too much about PvE specific. Wow, there's those long range torps that you were talking about earlier. But I don't know that we need to talk about that necessarily. But I would like to talk about like Big Hunt and how this changes up the game to the point where a lot of people just play this and only this all day long. So what's working with this mode, and what's something that wargaming can take from this mode, and maybe apply it to ranked or randoms or that upcoming Axis and Allies mode or something like that. What do you guys think?
Well, it like the whole Monster Hunt thing is definitely a really, like, let's be honest, it's a really fun game mode. Is what sets up. The thing though is, see, sense of the historical sort of fun game mode would perhaps be like hunting down Schnellboats. Like the little torpedo carrying boats, the PT boats. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
me. Those would
basically
be fun, like in a
Dunkirk.
sense of basically Dunkirk, but without hunt them down, but except you don't have like to worry about sea mines and all that sort of stuff. Make it sort of like a duck hunt or something like that, and then the big boss is perhaps like Bismarck or Tirpitz comes out or something like that. Like it gets progressively harder, kind of like this game mode, where over like the next coming weeks it gets like from it's okay to getting a little bit harder to very hard to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. And also bringing back Dunkirk, I remember having fun like doing the challenge of going through the sea mines. That was hilariously fun. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I see. Yeah, I mean,
So one thing that I've said to working before that I thought would be a really fun mode to have is like a horde mode, almost like zombies, where kind of like what you were saying, as the game progresses, more and more difficult opponents start appearing. Um, and that could definitely make the game fun and unique and that sort of thing. And I think, um, you know, while this is not exactly a PvE event because you've got, bots you're shooting, but there's also players that you can get into, battles with. There are certainly PvE elements in here, like hunting down the Aurora and stuff like that. Um, we've got, as you saw there, the ability to division and that dynamic divisioning having an impact in the game too, which is quite nice.
yes, the zombie sort of game mode definitely is a good game mode. It's just the question is, would you be allowed to make like divisions like Big Hunt sort of thing, or do you have to, strike on your own and perhaps fight other players as you're fighting the other
Right.
hordes? So I mean, it depends. I like definitely for sure. In theory, this is like really good.
Mhm.
Like good fun, because some people, let's be honest, we all get sick and tired of random battles at some point or another, either because it's so frustrating or people are just being little ships, or that sort of stuff. So like playing this game mode where it's a little bit more relaxed, not like no currency is on the line sort of thing. None of your credits is on the line when it comes to making money. So which like there should be more game modes like that, like where your credits are not on the line and where you can gain some more credits without losing credits. That's
Okay.
I think I should have just said that to begin with, but yeah.
Okay. So, cause the reason I'm bringing this up, guys, and I'm not trying to dodge SCT's question about PvE content. It's more just I don't foresee Wargaming putting a lot of assets into developing operations the way they are now, or bringing back older operations. So, I think instead we need to be thinking about like what can Wargaming learn from operations? What can Wargaming learn from this mode that maybe helps the next really awesome game mode? So, what you were talking about, not having credits, stats, XP online, currencies, whatever, could definitely be a part of it. In this mode, you don't really care if you come out with 2,000 battle points or 0 because you just go back to port immediately and you can take the same ship back out again, so who cares, right?
Yeah, basically. And that's like, this is the fun thing about Big Hunt, is that it's so quick to get back into the action with the same ship. Which is nice in my view. I love how I can just quickly go to the next ship, or to the same ship right after I died early or I left. Like, it's not locked.
And that was something I know a lot of players disliked about operations, was you had to pay credits in order to take a ship back out immediately. So, sure. Puddin died in the Marvels battle. Cochran's asking if Puddin's here.
Puddin is in the chat room.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just reading chat. It was just kind of weird. I don't know if people are looking for you or what.
I didn't do it. You can't prove it.
There you go. Anything else to bring up on the topic of other game modes and PvE ideas? We talked about hunting down ships or large targets, monsters, whatever. Axel mentioned that, I saw. I love to how our guy here is not joining any div at all.
From what it looks like, Wargaming is focusing on hybrid PvP, PvEs. I haven't seen them release anything pure PvEs.
Right. True. What was it? World of Tanks. I'm gonna draw from them for a second, since that, of course, it's the same product. Well, not the same product, but by the same company.
Yeah.
Which is, you know how, if ever you play World of Tanks, they have this World War II or battle mode where if ever you conquer a certain portion of the map, then another bit of map gets discovered, and then it gets discovered, yada, and keeps on going, right? I would love to see that in World of Warships, like a bigger map, and maybe giving, potentially, this is just a thought, maybe giving more historical ranges to ships, like to Yamato, giving it its, 46 kilometer range firing. That sort of stuff, like, just trying to, jeez, how am I gonna say this? Trying to get more activity, and like, this is where I would say this is kind of the one where you may gain or lose credits, but don't make it like significant, sort of thing. Make it like it's a very fun game mode when you like when it's not that much money on the line is what I'm trying to say.
All right. Oskins went in and raided as M Captain was talking about that. Thank you very much, Oskins, for the
Oh,
raid.
sorry.
No, don't
Sorry.
worry about it, dude. It's fine. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you had a great stream, Oskins. Good to see you again. We are towards the end of our Zath Chat. And what the heck was that? That's us just having fun. Oh, I forgot to plug in my power cable for my streaming, my laptop. There we go.
Oh, that's a problem.
So I have a laptop that runs when I'm streaming just so I can see what's going on. And yeah, the battery was running low. Oops.
Atkans raided my stream with 57 viewers.
More realistic battles with just cruisers, destroyers. So we talked about that before, like get some sort of historical battles going. That might be a lot of fun. Again, Raiders, we're talking about right now like this event, Big Hunt, and we're talking about other things out there that we'd like to see wargaming build from and grow from.
Venthi Dalek is now following.
Zath Chat and No Taco, the binocular sky aim?
That came up pretty recently, and no one's asked about it.
I don't know what there is to say about it. I can talk about it for a minute if you guys want.
Euro's video pretty much covered almost all the important parts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I mean, I'd love to see a historical battles mode. That would be a lot of fun. Somebody mentioned a campaign, like an actual World War II Pacific campaign, or, you know, it doesn't have to be Pacific, of course. You could do Atlantic, Mediterranean theater, like all that kind of stuff. That's perfectly fine too. I think that would be a lot of fun. Look at that, over 1 million damage.
Including if ever you have this is that the Italian Navy is in. It's definitely like a Mediterranean battle would be really cool to watch, sort of thing. Italians versus the British.
Right.
Most definitely. Or in the case of the Battle of the Atlantic, basically, this is actually where I think submarines would be fun to do in a campaign sort of way. Is that, you know, you have several destroyers with depth charges, and you're trying to hunt down a U-boat, a wolf pack, wolf pack, and, you know, delete them. And then every so often you can, like, quote unquote, like, intercept radio communications between the two U-boats or something like that.
Oh, this is Desta Waits' game now in the Scone. Yes, I mean, there's plenty of things that wargaming can do, you know, to keep the game feeling fresh and different, and keep people coming back and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, like, it's good stuff. We'll just have to see, you know, what's in the works. Who knows? They know. We don't. So we'll see when it comes. So, go ahead.
Just to bring up some stuff, if ever it's okay, that I bring up some stuff from the past, like of things that have changed throughout the years. I remember back in open beta test when we only just had like almost a handful of ships, and now we have so many throughout the years. Like it's wargaming. Well, not wargaming, but World of Warships as a whole has always been a game of just constant change. And let's be honest, some of us are against this sort of change, or it's hard for us to adapt to this change. But the thing that I've always said is that if ever you come in with an open mind and an open mind into this game mode, like into this game, just remember that everything is going to be constantly changing. They're not just going to say, well, forget, like, okay, Deadeye's out, we're not going to fix it. They're saying that they're going to fix it now, sort of thing. Like, they're taking care of their product. Yes, sometimes it's not the best choices, but, you know, it happens. It's a process. That's the thing about being in a business is that you cannot because I've taken an introduction to marketing course in my college. You cannot always have people happy. There's always going to be people who are upset and who are not really used to the change and all that sort of stuff. It's just, yeah, that's how it is. Because like I remember when I'm not sure if you remember this stuff, but when Armory came out, some people had a little bit of a fit coming around because they were giving high tier premiums for resources.
Yep.
And stuff, and people were really like, whoa, hold on a second, and then right when it drops, and after a while, people then, it's harder than it looks, is something that I should say. It's harder than it looks. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't have premium carriers. We've had premium tier 10 shifts, which nice team kill, which we for the longest time never expected to see. There's a whole lot of things that have changed over the course of the development of the game. It's a living, growing game, so that's kind of nice. I mean, I don't necessarily know that this game has ever really felt stale. Game modes might feel stale, but
yes.
Remember when previously? Yeah.
Like, there's so much content now. Like, they're always pushing out content. I mean, like, look at the roadmap for the next coming 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just about to get Italian battleships in perhaps 17 days or so, and then afterwards we're gonna be starting the early access of the German destroyers.
Yep.
And all that sort of stuff. So, like, there's no limitation in content coming out in these next few months. In the next couple of years, well, in a year's time, at the end of the year, what we may see, we don't know yet. But right now, what we're seeing right now is that we're seeing a lot more premium vehicles coming out. Yes, we're seeing some of them going away, but there's stuff to replace them with.
Welcome back, Noah.
And like, there's so much content now. That's what I'm trying. I have no idea why I'm going around in a roundabout way. We're just getting more and more content throughout the next couple of months in the regards of content. So I mean, like, we're getting Tiger 59. I think that's what the first ever Cold War era cruiser that's going to be added. No, it isn't.
Kutuzov.
No, Kutuzov. That's right.
Even Chappie counts 1950.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Chappie. Well, right. Sorry about that. I didn't.
It's okay.
I completely forgot about that too.
They're typically not thought of Cold War era.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But, yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, and that's why I think, going back to the subject of burnout, one of the easiest things that you can do as a player is take a break. Walk away for a month, or, change up how you do things. Personally, I've been doing an awful lot of co-op, and mainly because I get done with my daily steal missions a lot quicker in co-op, because it's a lot easier to win in co-op. So, like, to me, that's the path of least resistance. Get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
And it's not a bad thing to be burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
And
definitely not.
Because that means that you can spend your time playing something else, or even bringing up a new skill. I mean, for God's sakes, with me, I've been starting to play chess again, because I haven't been playing warships as much.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, online, but to be honest with you, like, it's my sort of fun, and I'm putting quotations there. I mean, yes, it's boring, but it's really challenging your mind. Like, that's the thing that my professor told me is, don't always do the same thing almost every single day. Try to challenge your mind a bit and play something different, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or play something different, go do something different, like that. Like, I've never Like I've never played what is it? I never played football before, and now I'm playing football as leisure in the sense of leisure, not like tackling people and causing brain trauma, but
Oh, you're missing out.
it's.
That's you need to hit him
Well,
harder.
we still do tackle, but we don't try to kill ourselves.
No, you need to put all your effort into it. If you're not in the ER, you're not doing it correctly.
No, I guess I used to
That's
play
right.
rugby.
Let us AT
so
patch you up.
yeah, I used to be in rugby, and that was not fun, including since I was in French Canada. But
So
yeah,
it seems to me like our conversation is kind of fizzling out. So what do you guys
fun,
say that
yeah.
after this is done, we switch over to a replay analysis?
That sounds good.
Chess is more of a thinking man's game. I like that idea, Sharky.
It
Well,
is.
that's kind of the whole point of chess. You can't outdo chess in terms of thinking.
I mean, you could just
Yeah, you
YOLO
can.
your pawns, right?
I mean,
Or-
what you do is, so if ever you really want to play chess fairly, you put a pistol right on the right side of the board, and then that's your fun for the evening. Is mainly just so you don't, mainly just so the person, just make sure that the person doesn't get pissed off by you or something. No, sorry. Something.
If you're a professional chess troll player, then you played a Bon Cloud opening.
Yes, there we go.
For those of you guys wondering about the programming for the day, there's our list and information that's on Twitter there. We have had a few people kind of jump the line due to sub-replays, so we're going to start with an Ostergotland and a Frederick de Grosse, and then we'll move into a Lenin and Oland, that's the Hector, because it's a big hunt, and a Jutland clan battle. We've got an Iowa and a Friesland also at the ready. And we'll see where we go from there. Normally we get through like 2 or 3 of the ships that are on the list, so we'll try it out and see.
The Republic. Excuse me.
What was that?
I said end the Republic. I'm kidding.
Okay,
Yeah, I was just kidding. Anyways.
drink some water.
I
It'll
mean,
help.
I was trying to. I was just trying to say like end my replay, but I was just trying to cough and say I am really tired. Holy crap! I'm going around in circles.
I heard that
MDev?
spending 10,000 points helps.
There you
Oh
go.
yes, I'm getting to that in a bit. It takes some time.
Alright, MDev says cover my replay, but I'm not sure what ship that is. Okay, and then
Suppose
Harley's gonna
I
use.
can tell you
Okay,
that.
so Blast, I need to know what ship that is because I've got like 3 Des Moines replays. So MDev, let me know what replay you're talking about there. Blast, you too.
We destroyed their destroyer.
Nice cracking. So this is we have 2 different replay channels on my Discord. We've got one for people that want their replays analyzed and like commented on, and then we have another for epic replays, which we just play as we have our Zath Chats portion and that sort of thing. So we're gonna finish this up, and then we'll get into let me take a look at timings and stuff like that. I gotta do a quick Fabletics check-in. We'll do marbles, and then we'll get into replay analysis. So that should give us about two and a half hours of replay analysis today, which is fantastic. We're gonna get a lot of replays done.
Engine boost deactivated.
So looking forward to that. And Silent Noise has won our giveaway. Congratulations, Silent. If you are here, say something. And Puddin will take care of your prize. Thank you, Puddin. For those of you that came in with Oscans's raid, all you gotta do is be a follower and then hit !ticket when a giveaway goes up. And that's all you gotta do, and you can win. We're giving away sub camos, CC containers and Italian battleship containers during the course of our stream. His div mate, really? Is your real life friend? That's awesome. I wonder if Desta like knows. I guess he would know who this person is ahead of time, right? Harley, it's okay. Don't worry about that. I'm kind of tired too. I had a tough time going to bed last night. I woke up this morning and I was like, really just tired, you know? Des Moines.
Sounds like one of those days.
Okay, I got it. That's that was one of your epic replays. Looks like that you submitted last. Okay. So we will cover that one in a little bit. Hitting was up till 4 a.m. Wow. Okay, so that's over with. Guys, we're going to switch over to No, sorry. Lols. We're going to talk a little bit about Fabletics, and then we'll go into marbles. Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. So here's a funny Fabletics ad. Give 5 minutes to talk about this, and we'll get into marbles and have some fun.
When I wear Fabletics, men, I feel the F
Yes, the Kevin
on
Hart
my
portion.
chest.
When you've got that F on your chest. See, I've
And my
got an F on my
Fabletics
chest.
men tee and shorts, I activate my next level. And then I rise. And rise. And rise.
And then sometimes you just have too much of it.
Oh! Help! Help! What happened? Help! Too much F! Too much F on my chest! I'll catch you. No, I don't want you to catch me. Get out of there. I'll do it myself. Okay. Come back! Athletics men, you're welcome.
It would be funnier if you missed it. They've got some hilarious commercials. I'm going to type in chat, exclamation point Fabletics Men. There's a link there that you can click on to basically get a deal for 2 pairs of shorts for 24 bucks. After shipping and tax, it comes out to be about $30 or so. Not bad. Edge Case, are you still here, Edge? I don't know if Edge is still here or not. Okay. Well, real quick, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the you were asking about cleaning them, and one of the things that I will mention is the choppiness on my end. Honestly, I mean, so there you go. So I've run the clothes through at least one wash. Some of them was a little bit a little bit different. The audio was horrid. Oh, okay. I couldn't hear it. I didn't set it up right in OBS, so that's an oof on my part. But Edge Case wanted to know, how do the clothes handle cleaning and washing? And I will say they've gone through one load of wash so far, and they've come out fine. And I'm looking forward to wearing them again. It's finally getting warm out-ish. It's 40 degrees out today, but it's supposed to get in the 60s later on. So I'm looking forward to give away some articles of clothing for tickets. There you go, Duckman. So I'm looking forward to wearing them again. And actually, Zath's Fashion Theater will continue for another month. They are very happy with what we've been doing here. And yeah, so look for next Sunday to be some more unboxing as we talk a little bit about some new stuff. And apparently this is some very special stuff that they are sending my way. So we'll see. Maybe they'll send me a Fabletics Men hat. You guys kept saying you wanted to see that special hat or whatever. Or the socks. For some odd reason, you guys are like, get the sock. Drugs? No, it's not drugs, deadliest.
I will see you guys later. Have a good night.
All right, see you, Captain.
Right.
But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that commercial real quick. Talk about it. Do any more modeling for it. You better believe I'm gonna keep doing modeling for you, Harley. As long as you guys don't mind looking at me wearing Fabletics clothing, then sure. I don't mind that at all. All right. What do you guys say we get into some marbles, huh? Let's do it. Let's get the music back on again. And Puddin', what did you just do?
Started early.
Yeah, but it says song request is now playing.
It always does that for me.
Okay, because you're a mod probably. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to race menu. And we're going to do a standard race now. Ooh, the factory. I don't think we've done this one before. So this is how it works, guys. You come on in. You hit exclamation point play. You'll get yourself a marble. Get them all polished, ready to go. You'll go through this crazy filtration system. Come through a couple of other spots. This wacky thing. And then you get yeeted around the... and hopefully not off the level. Puddin', what do you think? CC container on this one, or Italian battleships?
Hephaestus is now following.
I don't know why I feel like Italian battleships again.
Alright, so this will be for Italian battleships containers. You get 3 of them in the code. Hephaestus, thank you very much for the follow. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably did not. Remember, you whoever wins will win. You have to be a follower in order to claim your prize. So I'm going to join myself because that's always fun. We're going to start a 3-minute countdown. I'm going to use that to run a 3-minute ad on Twitch while I go and get myself some dirty water for the replay portion of the stream. So I shall return. Terrace Mark, how do you free cam before the race starts? You hit the tab key. And then you WASD around. Okay, you're right back.
Harley_Quinn_1 shared X100.
don't know if you guys could hear that. I was getting myself my dirty water. Thank you very much, Harley, for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. And the race has begun. Cheers, everybody. Silent Noise, last chance to say something in chat, or else Puddin will re-roll. Alright, in the lead is Brad. Thank you very much for being a sub, Brad. Getting to that first... Oh, no! Rip! Brad falls off the level. Oh, and others too. And there I go. I fell off the level. Come on. SAT score getting whacked around. Oh, alright, nope. There goes Sith Kitten. There's Harley Quinn. Snow Mongoose got a whack. Wow, that's crazy. And then we got all these people getting yeeted off to... Hujam going down, Edernika's going down. Demosor hit the block. Nope, he made it through. SAT score looks like he's gonna win. Maybe? He got stuck there for a while. Document says, I'm alive! Commentator curse. Yeah, I know, right? At some point, I will win one of my own races. SAT comes in first place. B-Cup in second, looks like. Mr. October falling to his doom. And looks like Coughlin is taking up the rear along with Edgecase. Desta, I did your the Scone replay. Scone, whatever, the tier 7 Pan-European Destroyer. So our top 10, SAT, B-Cup, Classic, the Master Dragon, Blast Invader, Vornth, Hephaestus, Puddin, Sharky, and Terra's Mark. Nicely done, guys. It's passed by Snow Mongoose, passed by Red Wing. And there's Coughlin taking up the rear. SAT has been following for almost 3 years, dude. Silent Noise just mentioned something in chat. He said his kid was crying. It's a good reason to be gone.
I got it. I took care of him.
Thank you very much, Puddin. I'll scroll down through the race listings here. You can see there's Sea Bear coming in 18th, Reigning Recon at 20th, Edge at 28th, and a lot of people who fell off the level, including yours truly. Sad face. Okay, so we have some replays to get into, guys. Here we go. Let's do this. You suppose you have to come in last, others keep forgetting to close the door behind them? There you go, Coughlin.